Really appreciate you all. About this depth chart, we're going to look at everything that we can find. We're going to talk about as well as the D-Law talk. I know, I understand that a lot of people, I'm talking about a lot, just can't wait for this draft to come around so that we can be in the right races, right? But we're going to look at the depth chart, and then we're going to see what holes we really need to fill in. What holes do we need to fill for this team in order for us to get to the level that we want to be in? You guys understand what I'm saying? Because that's what needs to happen. We need to figure out ways to get this thing going. Appreciate those. Shout out to Joseph for being the first person that's in the chat box. Really do. Steven, thank you. Second place. Close but no cigar, right? Pat, 1984. Shout out to you, man. All right, so let's look at this. Shout out to the mods, man. Really appreciate you guys for regulating and handling the chat box there and keeping everything PG-13, if you know what I mean, right? Shout out to Cowboys Experience. That's where you can go to actually see the game, get packages and things of that nature. We got a lot of things going on there. Check out the website. The link is in the description box. Check it out. I promise you guys, you will not find packages better. You will not find none better on the net. So check them out, and we will see you guys. All right, so let's look into this depth chart. All right, so this is the depth chart that the Dallas Cowboys have. Now, this is unofficial. This is not their official depth chart or what have you. But this is something that we can just really take a look at and see what the Cowboys' plans may be down the line as it relates to drafting, right? We already know how that goes, right? We know how exactly that goes when you drafting a player and when you want to be able to develop a player or be able to see whether or not that player can help this team out. Now, on the quarterback sides of everything, of course, they have Dak Prescott, and then they had Sack and Cooper Rush, and then they have Mike White as the third. I think that these two guys are going to battle for that positioning. Ezekiel Elliott, as we look at this team, he is our primary starting running back. Guess who they have in the second? No one. They got a blank spot right there. They have Darius Jackson. Would that mean that Rod Smith is gone from this team? Could be. It could be trying to figure out, okay, how can we draw up another contract for Rod Smith? But the writing is on the wall. This is their depth chart on their website. Jamez Olawale, fullback. we like what he was able to do, not catching that ball in the end zone, right? They re-signed him, right? They re-signed him for a longer contract. I don't have the numbers for that contract, but they thought that he could bring an extra element to this team. And I think that's, I guess, planning on the new offensive coordinator. They might utilize him in different ways, right? All right, so look at this wide receiver. And trust me, this is how they have the chart set. Amari Cooper, Allen Hurns, and we already know what's going on with Allen, but we'll figure out down the line whether or not he can, be able to play when it get ready to that time. But Michael Gallup, Tavon Austin, Blake Jarwell. Of course, we don't see Cole Beasley here. To me personally, the first string here would be Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and then you will put in the Randall Cobbs or what of the world. So it would be Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Randall Cobb. I think that's that void spot right there. You slide Michael Gallup here, you put Randall Cobb up here, and that would be your wide receiver core. That's the name of the game, right? Of course, the tight end committee, they have Blake Jarwin, second string, and this will be the third tight end will be Rico Gathers, but I'm thinking that this chart is not all the way updated because I don't see Schultz there. Do the Cowboys need to draft Schultz? Another Schultz, huh? Do they need to draft another Schultz? They drafted Schultz in what round? Fourth round? He developed a little bit down the line, and it's just one of those things where you can say to yourself, it may be a situation whereas they draft another tight end, but to me personally, You drafted Schultz already. You saw the growth factor with number 89, Blake Jarwin. And you can say that Jason Witten, with that 1 year contract, with that 1 year, it may be a developing deal, whereas it's transitioning from a player coach to an actual coach, believe it or not. Just think about that. Appreciate you all. Pat 1984 said, I think Rico is gone. My guy Calvin Williamson says Rod Smith is a special team guru. Yeah, I agree. He's a special team guru. All right, so let's look a little bit further down to left tackle. The left tackle is Tyron Smith. Cameron Fleming is the backup. My thing is, I like when Cameron Fleming came in as solely as the backup. I think that he can be your swing tackle as well. Connor Williams, I think that at left guard, he's going to be a little bit bigger, stronger. I think that his rookie year, hey, we all seen, what was his name? Was it Travis Frederick rookie year that he gave up a few sacks or what have you? And then ever since then, he turned the corner around. You know, he was just like being that dominant guy. I'm not saying that Connor Williams is Travis Frederick or what have you. Let's click on his profile. Let's see if they got his profile up. Let's see. 6'5", 298 pounds. I want him to be like at least 310. I want him to be at least 310 next year. And I like the height or what have you, but I want him to get at least 10 or maybe 12 solid pounds on him. Not those rush pounds, not that belly fat. I want him to just get stronger. And if I'm a batted man, I believe that he will become stronger. Let me know, Cowboy Nation. He should become stronger. He's a young fella. Xavier Suafilo. See, that's what we saw when he came in at 310, 6'4", smaller frame or what have you, but bigger. Yes, just that 310. I think those extra 10 pounds helped him out. And if he hadn't twist up his ankle and things like that, we would have saw a better game. I guess it was against the Seattle Seahawks or against the LA Rams. We would have saw a little something better, But that's where I want him to be. Right around that area, 310-ish, 312 for the young Connor Williams. And I think that he's going to eat his meat and potatoes. And, of course, this have not been updated yet, but we will have Travis Frederick out there opposed to Joe Looney. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Love and A. Reese. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. You the man, Mike Marsh. Man, Marsh, better than me, bro. Yes, Marsh, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. South of Heaven, 88. Appreciate you for tuning in. Derek Klieg. I hope he gets stronger. Yeah, he's going to get stronger. Let's look at Lyell. Big boy Lyell. He's still going to be on this team. Look, all that weight inside. You know what I mean? 6'4", 320 pounds, boy. And they lying. I know he's about 325, 330. But 320, shout out to him. If he was just the play guard, why? Why they just don't want to put him inside, Cowboy Nation? Why? Why they just don't want to put him inside? They should just put him inside last year. Boy, if we were able to see Darren McFadden in 2015 run crazy behind big number 71 and 77 on that side. You put those guys, they just bully people all day long. Look, think about this, and I'm just going to paint a picture for you guys. If somebody, let's say, let me look at it from this aspect of it. Connor Williams is 298 pounds, left guard, right? This guy, give or take, he's playing weight probably be 295, give or take probably 302 on good days, right? But this guy is 6'4", 320 pounds. Don't you know we could have bullied a lot of people? Like 21 Savage said, a lot. Boy, we could have been bullying a lot of people, You put that beside Tyron Smith, we would have been just steamrolling over a lot of people. Well, that's a story of a different day. Just think about it, though. If you look at somebody who's 220 pounds opposed to somebody who's 200 pounds, or if you look at somebody that's like 180 pounds, right? You say that's a little dude, and you be like, that's a little dude. But if you look at somebody like 210, you see that's like the equivalency that I'm talking about. You be like, man, that's a big dude, Or if you look at somebody like 205 versus somebody that's 180 pounds, or somebody 185 pounds, you see what I'm talking about? It's something about size, man. That bully factor, and we did decent, but we could have been better, Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Joe, man. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, yes, 21 Savage, a lot. That's my favorite song, man. Yes, indeed. Who playing right tackle though? This kid right here. He played tackle in college, and I think that he will be able to play right tackle, man. But that's a story of a different day. Even Cam Fleming, he played a little right tackle in his career. There's no way in life he 320. If he 320, then oh my goodness, wait a minute. He about 325, 330 solid. You seen Tyron Smith? That's a big boy, man. That's a big boy. Let's look around here. DeMarcus Lawrence, first string, of course. Randy Gregory, second. Malik Collins, first. Antoine Barbecue Woods, that anchor nose tackle inside. Daniel Ross, we understood he's third. I think that he's going to be on this team if they don't pick up some smaller deals before this draft come around. He still may survive. Daniel Ross, shout out to him though. But we got a Hyder kid now, and we also have Christian Covington that I think that they're going to challenge these guys. That's going to have reps into the inside. Malik Collins, this got to be his year. It's got to be heading into his fourth year, right? And this is his fourth year. Is it Malik Collins' fourth year? Let me just click on this thing. Let's see. He's going to have to step it up. Yes, experience fourth. So he's going to have to really step it up. 3 sacks, 12 tackles, 0 forced fumbles. Let me see what game. So he had a sack against the Buccaneers. And he probably got some pressure inside. Jaguars wins. Had a sack against them and a sack against the Panthers. That's not bad, though, for an interior guy. 3 sacks, though. I ain't going to even lie. And 6'2", 308. Just a stout guy. Stout guy that you can put inside. But we just need him to stay healthy. I think he'll play injured. Man, guys. I think that they're going to look at something like that. I'm seeing what Hyder and the other guy. 6 years of experience, right? 6'3", 265. 10.5 sacks, 1 INT. That's good, boy. That 2 forced fumbles, 42 tackles. I think out of the 42, 21 were for loss. And we going to have to figure out something on ways to either you pay this man or you let this man walk and you get something else in return, like some trades and things like that. And it's going to be a hard decision for them to make. I'm glad I'm not making that decision. All right, so we're going to look at this guy, Taco Charlton. Look where he's at on the depth chart. A lot of people were saying, oh, Taco going to be the man. Our first round draft pick with Taco Charlton should never be anywhere close to the third team. It should never be on that side of the field. It's defensive end. They're looking at Tyrone Crawford and they're looking at Dorrance Armstrong ahead of him. And a lot of us can say that Tyrone Crawford might be out the door just based on, a lot of stuff that went on during the offseason. And even though I say that, hey, a man have a right to fight in the bar, that's what we do. But as far as young talent and defensive edge rushers that we need out there on the field, they might look for the youth. And if a Robert Quinn's of the world lands on this team, then one can argue that these 3 guys would rarely see the field, just only for like a breather here and there. So That's our things that we have to really look at, Cowboy Nation. Let's look at Taco. All right, 3 years of experience. This is going into his fourth year, going into his fifth year now. Wait a minute, going into his fourth year. Yeah. 24 years old. Taco Charlton, 6'6", 270 pounds. 13 tackles, 1 sack. Who that sack was against? The Giants. 4 assists. And I think, I could be wrong. Let me see. No, that sack was against earlier in the season. Yes, against the Giants. Yeah, I remember that sack. He came across the edge. We was like, okay, there go the Taco. We know, right? And hopefully, to me personally, let's see. If he's 270, right, Cowboy Nation? If he's 270 pounds, what do you need to be like? 280, 284, 285 to play inside? Put some weight on him. Put some weight on Taco. Kick him inside. Italian Cowboy, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Put some weight on Taco. Kick him inside. Shout out to Jackie Smith. Whose birthday it is? Love and Aries, it's your birthday? Oh, happy birthday to you. If I could sing, I would sing some lovely tunes. All right, let's go back to everybody in the chat box. Please tell Love and Aries happy birthday. She should have let me know in advance. Boy, I would have had some Luther playing or something. All right, so you put some weight on him into the inside, and let's see. Maybe you'll be able to have a better suit from there. If not, then we have reservations on these guys right here. Tacos. And they re-signed Justin March Lillard. Chris Covington, he's a special team guy. Let me look at Dorrance Armstrong. 6'4", 255 pounds. Yeah, he got a .5 sack. He didn't start most of the games. He didn't start at all. So, rotational guy came off the bench, and he was able to. He got banned. I wanted to look up this film right here where they gave him a .5 sack off the Titans game. Yeah, we took the L that game, 14-28. I want to look up that film again and see how he was able to get off that edge and get to the quarterback. He might just be the guy. He moved up the depth charts. He's not third team. He's second team. That's not bad. Trade Taco to the AAF league. Gee, man, don't do him like that, man. Don't do him like that. All right, so we're getting closer towards the edge of it. Jalen Smith, we already know and understand what he can do. Joe Thomas, he may swing over to the Sam side because there's a void in space right there. There's a big void, and I like his skill set. Justin March Lillard, but I like the way Joe Thomas pursued to the ball, and he's quicker than what we think. And if you look at Joe Thomas, let me see what is measurable. 6'1", 232 pounds. I think he can still play that role. 5 years of experience. I think he can still play that role for the Cowboys. I really do. You slide him over, kick him over to that Sam. It's a rotational deal because we play so much nickel anyway. I think that will be a spot. If not, the Cowboys may be drafted in the spot. That's why it's still blank right there. Sean Lee and Leighton Vander Esch. Can Sean Lee play the Sam? Well. I think that if anything, and I'm saying this cautiously, move Leighton. I don't know. I like what Leighton do as the weak side linebacker though. It's always a tough field. Let me know in the chat box, guys. You guys know. Remember, this show is all open for you guys' opinions, your thoughts. I value your opinions and your thoughts. Not in that game, I guess. LV, Jimion Cal LVE ain't the starter. What? Yeah, this based off the last roster deal. You remember LA Rams game, Sean Lee started. So I guess that's how they have it, So remember Sean Lee is Sean Lee, 6'4", 256 pounds for Leighton Vander Esch. 2 years of experience now. That's funny. So they do update it. It's 2 years of experience. 2 INTs. I think he could have had 3 of them. He had a sack, but they took it away because of flag. They took it away. And we already know how this goes. Byron Jones, Jordan Lewis, Jeff Heath, Kayvon, Xavier Woods, Darian Thompson, Cheeto Woozier, Anthony Brown, CJ Goodwin, special team, you know what I'm saying? And let's see if we got anything else down here. Boy, we have some strong reservations on Brett Maher. Kickoff return, Jordan Lewis and Darius Jackson. Punt return, Tavon Austin. Heading into this draft, I can see the Cowboys drafting another linebacker, another strong safety. I just don't see them rolling Jeff Heath and Kayvon Frazier out as the strong safety for 2019. So I think that they're going to draft in this situation. Jeff Heath may start for the first 5 or 6 games, and whoever they draft, they may slide them in on the back half of it. It's just how this is just me speculating. Free safety, I think Xavier Woods held that fort down. I think that actually, if you look at it from this angle, Jeff Heath can be a free safety as well. So he's flexible enough. All right, let's see who. This is from K Nightmare. He says, "Hey, Long, we should draft a safety or defensive end / tackle with our second round draft pick. And defensive tackle. They don't have the updated deals up here with the Hyder and Christian Coverton. But I can see what you're saying. A Dallas Cowboys rally. Unless a Dexter Lawrence fall in our lap. Boy, that'll be crazy, right? Yes, indeed, Cowboy Nation. I'm just looking at all this and I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, this team, for what we got for the free agency, I think that they didn't make a move at all on any running backs, right? I'm trying to figure this thing out. They might go with defense first, running back second. And why we need a running back? To help out this guy. Unless they sold on Darius Jackson. Are you guys sold on Darius Jackson? It's a tough pill to swallow. I think they got depths here. You got Travis Frederick back. I think they got depths all around here. C.J. Anderson. That would be kind of nice. C.J. Anderson been a Cowboys killer. Simmons is a defense tackle, not a defensive end. You talking about the guy he's going to have to be red-shirted, right, from Mississippi State? He's going to have to sit out a year. I think he twisted up some leg or something like that. Y'all let me know. We still need... Yeah, if you look at this thing, Malik Antoine Woods, if you really can't count his Hyder been, he's a hybrid, I guess, a tweener between the defensive edge rusher / defensive tackle who can play the 3. So that probably make Daniel Ross the odd man out. Chris Covington may be an odd man out. Let me see if all the odd man's out. CJ Goodwin might be an odd man out. Oh, okay. This guy, Darian Thompson, I think they re-signed him for a year. Still could be an odd man out. That's how crazy this thing is, Cowboy Nation. It really is a crazy game to look at. All right, guys. It's about my 25-minute mark. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in to the nation. Let me know of your thoughts of this depth chart. Let me know how you guys feel about everything, of whether or not you think that this team really needs help on the defensive side of the ball before we draft, or will it be the offensive side of the ball before we draft? Let me know how you guys feel. Which directions are you leaning more towards? Will it be offense or is defense, or if it's defense or is offense? Is it certain players that you really want opposed to a player that you just like, I'm casually okay with it, Me personally, I'm a defensive-minded guy, so I'm always looking forward towards defense. I think that, and I also think that one or two explosive players, one explosive player on the offense and one explosive player on the defense can change the complexion of this game. It can. Just think about this. If you think about the Tyreek Hills of the world, right? And on that particular team, he sets apart everybody else as far as the wide receiver play. Think about when the Saints went and got in Alvin Kamara. He just was like that instant spark plug that was able to be inserted on his team, on their particular team. Now, of course, I do know that they got Drew Brees and the other team got Pat Mahomes. But regardless, those guys showed some flashes, especially being a late round draft pick. So what guy that we can insert on this team that could be like that spark plug for us? Could it be a late round draft pick like a Darrell Henderson or somebody like that, or some other kid? I forgot the name. It's the tip of my tongue. So it's crazy in the sense that we can look at these things and say, okay, with a 3rd round draft pick or a 4th round draft pick, it can change the whole complexion or the whole view of our thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys. It really can. And do I think that the Tavon Austins of the world and the new Randall Cobb that's on our team, will he be able to help out? Yes, I do think that those guys will be able to help out, but it's just one of those things where it's one or two explosive guys can change everything. And we can look at it like this. Man, this team is ready to roll. This team is ready to roll with it. Can. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that I have for this beautiful day. I really thank you for yours. And remember, you're listening to Nothing